Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Saturday afternoon here from Trapper Field in Jamestown. It's the championship of the 2026 North Dakota Class B State Softball Championship between the one seed of Central Cass and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. I'm Chase Miller. Welcome to our pregame show. What's at stake is a state championship. It's the sixth time these two teams have played in a state title, the first since they matched up in 2024 here in Jamestown as well, in which the Vikings won 6-1. Back in 2022 in Fargo, it was an 11-1 win for Central Cass in 6 innings. The Central Cass Squirrels looking to win their 8th championship in program history with a win and go back-to-back, while Kindred-Richland looking for their 5th championship in program history. Regardless of what happens with the win, they will have combined to win 12 of the 14 state Class B championships playing against each other here today. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll dive into the matchup between the Vikings and the Squirrels. We'll hear from the coaches. That and more still to come before our starting lineup send the opening pitch. It's the 17-5 Vikings against the 21-6 Squirrels from Trapper Field here on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Going through the bracket breakdown here today, 7th place game went to Glenburn, 13-11 over Pembina County North. Consolation Championship, the Thompson Tommies picked up a win over Des Lacs Burlington Lewis and Clark, 8-3. In the 3rd place game, Beulah got up early and they held on for a 6-0 win over Velvet Drake Adamus. So the Miners finished 3rd place, the Aggies finished 4th, and here for the championship, it's Kindred-Richland against Central Cass. For the visitors on the scoreboard, the Vikings, they defeated Des Lacs Burlington 3-1 in the quarterfinals. Charlie Odegaard in that game, 7 innings of work, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits, had 1 run scored against, and she went 1 of 3 at the plate with a game-winning 2 RBI base hit as well. Then in the semifinals yesterday, it was a 5-3 win in 11 innings for the Vikings. Janet Tazorek with 3 for 6 at the plate, 2 runs driven in, and a run scored. Charlie Odegaard has been really good in the circle in 2 games here for the Vikings. 18 innings thrown. She has thrown 294 pitches in 2 games, with 188 being called for strikes. Odegaard in 18 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 7 walks, and 24 strikeouts here for Odegaard in this circle. While for the Central Cass Squirrels, a 10-run rule over Pembina County North, 13-3 in 5 innings. In that game, Whitney Mitchell went 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 4 runs driven in. And then the Squirrels came back from an 11-3 deficit, down by 8, bottom of the 3rd inning, for a 12-11 win over the Beulah Miners. McKenna Holan with the 8th grade pinch hit walk-off variety that plated Aspen Preen, the scoring run in the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Gunnifson also in 2 of 3 at the plate with a run scored and 2 RBIs and a 2-run inside the park homer for the Central Cass Squirrels. So Kindred-Richland and Central Cass, winners going to hoist the State B championship. Earlier today, State A went to Williston in 9 innings over Dickinson 8-7. And then in the State A Baseball Championship, Fargo South with a 6-1 win over Cheyenne. Later tonight from Jack Brown at 7 o'clock, the Vikings of Kindred, the 1 seed, go up against 2 seed of Park River, the Aggies, for the State B Baseball Championship. Joel Ansello will have the call for you on that one. When we come back, coaches conversation. Sam Brandt up first, followed by Scott Koss. Head of our starting lineup, Sam, the opening pitch today here in Jamestown.
Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we continue on the pregame show here today from Jamestown for the state championship of the state softball tournament here in 2026 for Class B. Joining us from the Kindred-Richland perspective for the Vikings head coach is Sam Brandt as they tangle with the Central Cass Squirrels. Sam, I'm sure you've been asked a lot just what persevered this team to get to the championship, but more importantly, yesterday playing 11 innings, which you don't get to see too often in softball. So what has allowed this team to get to this point in your perspective here with one game left in a winner-take-all title game?
Yeah, we've been through a lot this season, and I really honestly believe that the journey that we've experienced so far has led us to this point. They have just allowed everything to make an impact on them and learn from everything that has happened, that we've been through, that the season came and brought to us. So for them to be peaking and playing and using all the things that we worked on this season in this state tournament, that every team wants to be at is great.
Taking a look at your opponent, Whitney Mitchell, obviously is someone that is going to be talked about, and rightfully so. But what makes it a challenge as a hitter going up against someone like Mitchell, who can obviously elevate and get to maybe a certain velocity that you don't see, every day of the week here, Sam?
Yeah, Whitney's definitely a nice pitcher. She's got so much control, and she can spin the ball so well. So for us, it's going to just be about seeing her for the third time now, and being able to make an adjustment and feeling more comfortable in the box, and having a great pitch selection for us is really important.
Someone who brings a lot of energy in the field, but also at the plate. Josie Mathis got on base a lot. Kind of said if you were Dale Geiger a little bit, Ballas, she was probably annoying, right? She was a thorn in her side a little bit, always finding ways to get on base. When Josie can make plays at the plate or even in the field, what does that just kind of do for the club this season here, Sam?
Josie is a ball of energy wherever she goes, and she'll give you 100% no matter what. She is team centered. She'll do whatever it takes, and on top of that, she will put herself in positions so that she can make it happen for her team. She's so fun to have, and as a senior, I'm so sad to see her go, but what an impact she's left on our program.
The final thing that I'll ask for you, Sam, just what's it going to take for this team? What's the one trait that this team needs to do well here against Central Cass to try to bring another state championship back to Kindred?
All weekend, underdogs are still dogs. And for us to come and fight and claw and show all the grit, that's all we need. We need heart, we need some energy, we need to be able to make adjustments and have a lot of fun.
Sam, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today.
Yeah, thanks.
And again, head coach for the Kindred-Richland Vikings, Sam Brandt, will continue with more after this here in Jamestown.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at American Crystal Careers.
In Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halsted Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halsted Telephone Company today.
As we continue here on the pregame show today for the state championship with the Central Cass Squirrels and the Kindred-Richland Vikings, join us here from the Central Cass perspective is their head coach, that is Scott Kost. And Scott, what has allowed this team, in your perspective, going through Pembina County North, obviously a well of a game yesterday, coming back with a game-winning hit there in the bottom of the 7th inning against Beulah. What just allowed this team, do you think, to persevere and find through adversity to get to this championship here this season?
Yeah, I think a lot of it boils down to the experience that the group has right now. You know, we got some great senior leadership that has been able to kind of make sure that we're picking things up when we need to pick up. And, you know, we just had to have a lot of grit last night in order to grind that one out.
You look at your opponent here with Charlie Odegaard. She's been pitching really well in the circle here for the Vikings for 2 days. So what's going to be a matchup in terms of what she's going to bring as an opponent here in the circle for your batters here, Scott?
Yeah, one of the things we talked about at the very beginning, before we got on the bus today, is we just talked about how we need to make sure that we have really good at-bats, swinging at good pitches. She's a great pitcher. We want to make sure we're not helping her out. So we want to make sure that we're getting strikes and swinging at strikes. And I want the kids to be aggressive. They were aggressive in their region championship game. I want to see that continue.
You mentioned being aggressive. Aspen Preen can be that for you behind the plate. Obviously, she drew that walk, game-winning run as well. What has Aspen Preen just meant as a Region 1 Senior Athlete of the Year and being one of those seniors for your club here this season, Scott?
Yeah, just the leadership. I pulled Aspen aside last night, and I just said, man, the leadership that you provided, that was absolutely essential for us to get that win. I mean, she's been a great part of our program for 6 years, and it's going to be a little bit sad to see her play her last game here today.
Final thing for you, Scott, before we let you go. What's the one trait, what's the one thing from your perspective that you have to do well against the Vikings to try to come away here with the state title?
We have to win the battle of freebies. That's what this is going to boil down to, is we cannot afford to give up a bunch of walks and give up a bunch of errors. We got to win the battle of freebies, and I think if we do, put the bat on the ball a little bit, we'll be all right.
Scott, as always, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today.
Yep, thanks so much for the coverage, Chase.
And again, Central Cass head coach Scott Kost will continue with more after this here in Jamestown.
Yep, thank you, sir.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
And welcome back to our pregame show as the umpires are making their way to home plate with Scott Kost and alongside with Sam Brandt. It's now time to get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. For the Kindred Vikings, batting in the leadoff spot here today will be Lila Kittleson, the senior catcher here for Kindred, followed by Josie Mathis, the senior second baseman, batting second. Janet Tazarek, the junior shortstop, batting third with the cleanup batter of Sierra Nipstead, the sophomore third baseman. Emma Schmitz, the freshman center fielder, will be batting fifth with Brianna Fuchsa, the senior first baseman, batting sixth. Charlie Odegaard, the senior pitcher, batting seventh with Lauren Schliemann, followed by Kate Odegaard, the sophomore left fielder, batting eighth, and Lauren Schliemann, the freshman designated player, will be batting ninth with Lizzie Hillman in right field in the flex spot. So Kittleson, Mathis, Tazarek, Nipstead, Schmitz, and Fuchsa, Charlie Odegaard, Kate Odegaard, and Lauren Schliemann here for head coach Sam Brandt and the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Vikings at 17-5 on the season. looking for their first championship since 2024 and their 5th all-time in program history. Well, for the Central Cass Squirrels, you have Parkhouse in left field with Gunnifson in straightaway center. Halverson will be in right for your outfield. Bussey over at first with Flanagan at second base. Sherwhite stands at shortstop with Stieg at third. Preem behind the plate and Mitchell in the circle here for the Central Cass Squirrels. And head coach, that is Scott Koss. The Scott Koss Central Cass Squirrels at 21-6 on the season, looking for their back-to-back state champs and their 8th in program history if they can pick up a championship here today on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to our opening pitch. That is our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with Great Korea's quality products score on. Go to crystalsugar.com. It's the Vikings out in their blue attire with the white numerals and lettering outlined in black. Vikings across the front. For the Central Cass Squirrels, they're in their black uniforms here across the front with the Squirrels in red numerals and lettering outlined in white here today for Central Cass. Opening pitch coming up around the corner next from Jamestown.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
We go through the history here as they're still going over the starting lineups on the field. The 6th time these two teams have played in a state championship in 14 years here in Class B softball. The Vikings have got the best of the Squirrels in the overall series here, at least in a state championship, winning 3 state titles in 2014, in 2016, and here 2 years ago, here in 2024. 2 of their wins by 1 run in 14 and 16, and they won 6-1 2 years ago here in 2024. While for the Central Cass Squirrels, they've won twice in the matchups here for a state championship. In 2019, 6-2, and then in 2022, they 10-run ruled the Squirrels in 6 innings, 11-1 from NDSU. So who's going to win the battle of the 6? It will be the rubber, if you will, the next time these two teams could potentially play. If Central Cass picks up the win over the Vikings, well, if Kindred-Richland beats Central Cass, they will own the head-to-head record, at least in a state championship appearance here between these two programs. Regardless, Region 1 taking home another championship. The Enderlin Maple Valley Falcons won the first state Class B championship, and then the only team that was outside of the East to win it is Beulah back in 2023. But if you look at the history of State B softball in North Dakota, it's a lot of red, it's a lot of blue, it's a lot of Vikings, it's a lot of Squirrels, between these two teams and the head coaches of Scott Koss and alongside Sam Brandt as well as they continue to go through these starting lineups here today from Trapper Field. Overcast skies, the wind that is blowing in a little bit from left field to right, so it'll tail away from the left fielder and the center fielder here this afternoon. Currently in Jamestown, 78 degrees with wind gusts up to potentially 20-25 miles per hour. And we're going to be looking at some of those forecasts in terms of rain here, as there is some rain making its way from Aberdeen to the South Dakota border. That's going northwest currently. That's just a matter of, is there anything that has a chance to pop into Jamestown? And also, from a Kindred perspective, what does the baseball game have in store starting at 7 o'clock a little bit later on here for their state championship, as the Vikings will go up against Park River area. That does it for our pregame show and the story live. So when we come back, we'll get to the opening pitch next. It's the Squirrels and the Vikings for the 2026 State B Championship here for high school softball on yourlivevent.com.
Hi, Sonia from the Lighting Gallery and Decor. We're so much more than just lighting.
Step into a space where your home starts to come together. From custom furniture and curated decor to a personalized design guidance, we help you create a space that feels warm, layered, and uniquely yours. Whether you're starting fresh or finishing the details, we're here to bring your vision to life.
I invite you to stop in. I think you'll be wowed.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us. As we go through to the top of the first inning here, the Vikings will be the visitors on the scoreboard with the Squirrels, virtue of the seed being the home team here today in Jamestown. As we get you set just to the top of the 5 o'clock hour here, working our way through for this state softball championship. It looks like a political convention potentially here in terms of the colors. You have one side from home plate all the way to center field on the third base side in blue, then everybody at home plate from the first base side to center field in red. Here, as you can split it right down the middle between these two teams, and another chapter to put in the storybook of Vikings and Squirrels softball, and also just in the Kindred-Richland and Central Cass rivalry when these two teams, as we have said before, it could be ping pong, tug of war, cross country, track and field, football, you name the sport. It's normally pretty good when these two teams get together here for a high school event. Lila Kittleson going to be batting leadoff for the first time here in this tournament for the senior catcher. She's batting .321 coming into the tournament, but so far 1 of 7 with a run driven in, 3 walks, a walk, and 1 run. Whitney Mitchell on for her second start here of the state tournament with the opening pitch at 4:55, and we're off and running. This one misses for a ball. Kittleson, 1 ball, no strikes, Mathis and Tazarek. Mitchell, yesterday, 167 pitches thrown in their win over Beulah. As this one works outside for a ball, it's 2-0. She threw 105 for strikes, but the story was the first 3 innings where she threw 103 pitches and then minimized it to 64 the last 4 innings total for Mitchell. 2 balls, no strikes here to Kittleson. As Kittleson taking for a strike, it's 2-1. Mitchell, 7 innings of work in the complete game win. 9 hits, 11 runs against, 9 were earned, 8 strikeouts and 5 walks in the circle yesterday against the Beulah Miners in a game that got over at around 10 o'clock at night. 2-1. Kittleson will take one outside for a ball. It's 3-1. While for the Vikings, they played 11 innings to get by the Aggies of Velvet Drake Moose to make it to this state championship matchup. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Kittleson. Swing and a miss, now 3-2. Also a little bit later on, we'll get to our Coach of the Year and the Senior Athlete of the Year in the state of Class B softball as well, following the conclusion of this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell with the pitch, and she will take outside and out for a ball just out of the zone. Kittleson will take a walk, and there's a runner aboard here to open up inning number 1. That goes to Josie Mathis, and Josie has been a good spark plug for Sam Brandt here this season, batting 2 for 6 here in the tournament with a run scored, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Vikings average not great, but they found a way to win 2 games here at State. As this one works out of the zone for a ball on Mathis, it's 1-0. In 2 games, the Vikings are hitting 11 of 67 for a batting average of 164, but they still have found a way to win 2 games behind Charlie Odegaard, giving up 1 and 3 runs respectively against the Lakers and the Aggies. Here's the 1-0. Foul tipped off the glove of Preen. It's 1-1. 6 runs driven in, 8 runs, 7 walks, and 27 strikeouts at the plate so far here for Kindred in a hitting perspective. We'll get to the Squirrels here in terms of what they've done with Rachel Parkhouse alongside with Zimmerman and Mitchell so far in the circle. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Mathis. As this will be called a strike, it's 1-2 Kittleson at first. Between the 3 of Zimmerman, Parkhouse, and Mitchell, the Squirrels 15 innings, 11 hits, 14 runs, 10 walks, and 16 strikeouts as a pitching staff here in Jamestown. The 1-2. This one just off the plate, low and away. It's 2-2. Squirrels want that pitch in this top of the inning. They'll be fine if that's not called in the bottom half, as we'll see how this zone continues. Didn't miss by much there for Mitchell. Here's the 2-2 on the way. 2-2 pitch laced, and that'll be down for a base hit to left. Going to second base will be Kittleson, and Mathis gets aboard with the first base hit of the contest for the Vikings. So a walk and a single, and the Vikings 2 batters up, 2 batters on here at the top of the first inning. As they go now to Janet Tazarek, the junior shortstop. And Tazarek coming in here for Sam Brandt here in the tournament. Hitting 4 of 9 for 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, and a strikeout here for the Vikings. Runners at first and second. Righty-righty matchup. Mitchell delivers a strike. Gets 0-1. Works ahead on a Viking batter. As the Vikings in their 23rd game of the season, the Squirrels, this is game number 28. No balls and a strike. The pitch, good spot, outer part of the zone. That's called a strike. It's 0-2 as Mitchell. 2 really good pitches here on the best in terms of average batter here this season for Janet Tazarek, coming into the tournament batting .463, 63 points ahead of Ellie Tazarek, who hadn't played in all the games here for the Vikings, batting at .400. Swing and a miss. Mitchell took a little off of that one. Tazarek is retired on 3 pitches, and there's 1 down. Going through with Emma Schmitz batting .382 the next in terms of everyday player here for the Vikings in terms of that batting average for Tazarek. Now it goes to Sierra Nipstead. The sophomore third baseman, cleanup batter. So far here in the tournament, 0 for 7 with 2 runs scored, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Out number 1 here for Mitchell in the circle. Whitney, this one will be called a strike, low and away. It's 0-1. Parkhouse in left field, Gunnifson in straightaway center with Halverson in right again for the Squirrels. For your outfield, we'll get to the infield one more time. Aspen Preen the battery with her and Mitchell in the circle. The 0-1. Hit in the air, towering pop-up that's going to go to right. Halverson has time to camp underneath it, makes the catch. Runner is going to try to tag to third. Here's the throw. Kindleson will slide in. It gets by Lila, the third baseman. There was Stieg, but good job by Parkhouse getting behind her to vacuum that softball into the glove. If that's not made by Parkhouse to help out the throw, we could be talking about a one-run game instead. Kindleson goes to third. Mathis on the throw to third. Will take second. Nipstead with the fly out, and there's two down with runners now in scoring position for Emma Schmitz. Stieg at third base. Sherwhite stands at shortstop. Flanagan at second. Bussey at first with Preen again behind the plate. Two down. Schmitz first pitch swinging. It's 0-1. Going back, though, that could be a big factor. Parkhouse backing up the throw. If she's not there, that goes to the wall, and Kindleson probably comes in to score. So that definitely saved a run there defensively for the Squirrels. And right now, Mitchell looking to get out of the inning, while Schmitz looking to put the ball in play and score one, if not two. The 0-1 popped her up. That one goes foul. It's 0-2. Vikings threatening right off the bat here in the top of the first inning. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, trying to draw first blood against the Central Cass Squirrels. Brianna Fuchs is the on-deck batter. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell with the pitch. The 0-2 swing and a miss, and Mitchell gets out of the side with a pair of strikeouts. A leadoff walk and a single go awry. No runs on one hit, no errors, and you have 2 runners left on base. We have played today a half inning on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the first inning scoreless here on your liveevent.com.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
The world of Outlaws labels are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more.
Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com.
Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Bottom of the first inning, Sophie Sherwhite, Aspen Preen, and Whitney Mitchell top third of the lineup going up against Charlie Odegaard. Odegaard, again, has been a bulldog in the circle for the Vikings in these 2 games. She's pitched all 18 innings, 7 against the Lakers, 11 against the Aggies yesterday, where she threw 193 pitches yesterday. 123 were called for strikes. Sherwhite takes the first pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Sophie 0 for 7 in 2 games so far here at state. 2 runs scored with 2 walks and a strikeout. As Odegaard works ahead on Sherwhite here for the Vikings. Odegaard with the 0-1. That'll miss out of the zone. It's 1-1. Bussey in the cleanup role with Ryan Zimmerman, the senior DP, and Halverson, the junior right fielder here for Scott Koss, batting in the number 6 spot. 1 ball and 1 strike for Odegaard to Sherwhite. 1-1 at the knee, middle in. It's now 1-2, called a strike. Maddie Stieg, the junior third baseman, batting 7th, with Flanagan, the second baseman, batting 8th, and Kiara Gunnifson, the senior center fielder, batting 9th, with Rachel Parkhouse out and left in the flex spot. There's the 1-2. Off-speed pitch. Sherwhite able to hit that one foul and will stay alive. Kate Odegaard in left field with Schmitz in straightaway center. Hillman in right for the Vikings. Left to right will get to the infield after this pitch to Sophie Sherwhite. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch number 5 of the at-bat. Here to the leadoff batter. 1-2. That'll miss up. Now 2-2. Nipstead over at third. Tazarek at shortstop with Mathis at second. Fuchsa stands at first with Kindleson behind the plate. Part of the battery with Kindleson alongside Charlie Odegaard. The 2-2 pitch here to Sherwhite. And Sherwhite lays off. It's now 3-2. It's really good at bat here for Sherwhite. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Odegaard takes a look inside the third base dugout where the Vikings are here this late afternoon. The payoff pitch. That'll run inside, and Sherwhite gets aboard with a leadoff walk. So both teams get their leadoff batter aboard here in the first inning. Now it goes to Aspen Preen. She scored the game-winning hit yesterday for Central Cass. Bases were full, bottom of the 7th. Then McKenna Holing came up in a pitch hit variety for the 8th grader and brought Aspen Preen in on the RBI single. As Preen 4 for 7 here at State. First pitch swinging, hits one foul. It's 0-1. Solo home run yesterday against the Beulah Miners. 5 runs scored with 2 walks and 2 runs driven in for the Region 1 Senior Athlete of the Year here at Aspen Preen. Batting from the left-handed side against the right-handed thrower here with Charlie Odegaard. Runner at first is Sherwhite, and the pitch. 0-1. Preen hits a fly ball down the field and right, but that'll slice foul. It's 0-2. Didn't leave the yard, but that one for Preen wants to be just a half second behind it, and then all of a sudden we could be talking about that 195 down the right field line. 195 down left and right, 6-foot high wall, straightaway center 195 as well here in Jamestown. Here's the 0-2. Preen lays low as that one works away from her. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Charlie Odegaard takes a calm, cool, collective breath and back on the rubber. Here's the 1-2. Preen slaps this one into left. Kate Odegaard will come on, make the catch. Preen is retired, and there's 1 down. They went away. Preen able to golf it to left, but right to Kate Odegaard, and there's 1 down here. As now it goes to Whitney Mitchell, the junior pitcher. And for Mitchell here so far in the tournament, also batting 4 of 7 at the plate. 5 runs driven in with 4 runs scored here for Whitney, and a couple of extra base hits of a double and triple variety. Mitchell, first pitch swinging, hits this one up the third base line. That'll go foul. It's 0-1. A little off speed there for Charlie Odegaard, and the difference between these two pitchers in terms of velocity, Mitchell would have the more speed, but you're going to see Charlie Odegaard, and maybe similar to some Viking fans of what Danica Rath could do, try to spin it, use her east, west, north, south to her advantage, and that's what she's been able to do. And at times, she can rear back and try to throw something by you. The 0-1, I'll be in there for a strike. It's 0-2, and Mitchell equally as good in terms of eye level, throwing some off speed, but sometimes with Whitney, it's just trying to overpower you at times in the circle as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Sherwhite stands at first with 1 down. 0-2, Mitchell takes outside for a ball. It's now 1-2. Brady Bussey, the on-deck batter. One-two pitch here on the way to Mitchell. Whitney hits one on the ground. This one will go to Tazarek at second. Tazarek trying to flip it to Schliemann, and they're going to say safe. They're going to say safe. The flip was made to Mathis, but Mathis unable to complete the play, and sliding in safely will be Sophie Sherwhite. So reaching base on a fielder's choice will be Mitchell. That would have been a tough play even for Tazarek to get the running Mitchell at first base, and it was a bang-bang play. First was going to be called an out, it looked like, but by the time Mathis couldn't complete the catch after the flip by Tazarek, they called her safe then. So runners at first and second, 1 down. Brady Bussey will dig in, and Bussey takes a ball outside at 2-0, and Brady hit the ball really hard yesterday against the Miners, and she hit it hard to left a handful of times. She can do that again, trying to score that first run, if not maybe that second run of the contest. She can put a gapper somewhere. The 1-0, that'll miss low. Now 2-0. Outfield with the center fielder Schmitz in right center. Playing a little bit more down the line, and right is Hillman with the wind, and almost playing in left center field here is Kate Odegaard. So down the line is open if she can hook one. The 2-0 going to be hit up the third base side foul. It's now 2-1. Zimmerman on deck. Sherwhite at second base. Mitchell at first. The Vikings put 2 batters on with no outs, unable to bring them in, but got them to second and third Now the Squirrels in a similar situation here in the bottom half of the inning, putting 2 batters on here in the bottom of this first inning. What can they do with Brady Bussey here at the plate? It's Charlie Odegaard has a 2-1. Bussey hits one on the ground. Nipstead will play it there, gets one, throws it across the diamond for the double play. 5-3 on the DP. Nipstead to Fuchsen to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 1 today on YourLiveEvent.com. We're scoreless on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as we head to inning number 2.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of the Fargo-Moorhead area and surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into settling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Top of the second inning we go. Brianna Fuchsa, Charlie Odegaard, and Kate Odegaard, 6, 7, and 8 batters going up against Whitney Mitchell. Mitchell 1 inning. So far 1 hit against, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, and she bared down when runners were at second and third in the top of the first. So both teams threatened in the first, unable to plate the run. Mitchell, righty-righty matchup. This one missing up and out of the zone. It's 1-0. State Softball Championship here today on YourLiveEvent.com for Division for Class B. Here's the 1-0. 1-0 fouled, and this one off the top of the netting. It's now 1-1. Coming up here at 7 o'clock will be the scheduled first pitch for the Vikings baseball team against Park River area for the Aggies for the State Baseball Championship. Joe Lancello on the call for you on that one. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-2. Talking with fans from both teams earlier today, simply put, I said, I'm not sure what you can put back in the witch's cauldron, the potions, the stew for ingredients to make what the 2 semifinals were yesterday. They felt like state championship games in those 2. Here's the 1-2. Fuchsa hits one on the ground. This one goes back to Mitchell on a 1-hopper to Bussey. 1-3 on the putout. And Mitchell has retired 4 straight Viking batters. Now to Charlie Odegaard, and saying that how both teams won felt as if that could have been a championship game, with the Vikings going toe-to-toe with the Aggies. They got up 2-0. Aggies scored, tied it at 2, got up 3-2. Then Aggies come back, tied at 3. They went to 11 innings for the Vikings to get here in that long, nearly 3-hour softball game. The pitch to Charlie Odegaard will miss up out of the zone. It's 1-0. Then you look at the Squirrels. Down by 8, 11-3, bottom of the third inning. Things weren't looking good, but they kept chipping away. Scored the last 9 runs of the game and win it in the bottom of the 7th on a pinch hit walk-off. The 1-0 is called a strike, and so far, early going, these 2 teams, as you'd think it would be, very tight to the vest. Scoreless here in the top of the second. The 1-1, pitcher versus pitcher. And Charlie Odegaard will miss, or take this one, for a ball. It's 2-1. Been good at the plate so far here in the tournament for Charlie. 2 of 8, but those 2 hits, she's driven 3 runs in, and timely base knocks with 3 strikeouts here for Charlie. She has indeed helped her own cause, where she has driven in 3 of the 8 runs here for the Vikings at the state tournament. This one missing up and out of the zone, now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. As Mitchell rocks and fires. That'll miss for a 5-pitch walk, and Whitney has her second walk of the contest. Charlie Odegaard scampers down to first base and sees her sister, Kate Odegaard, coming to the plate. Kate, this sophomore left fielder, had a good day yesterday here for the Vikings. Got on base a couple of times with a couple runs scored, as we'll get a courtesy runner coming in the game here for Kindred. As Vikings will see Ellie Tazar come on here for Charlie Odegaard. So Ellie will be at first base. Vikings got 2 runners on in the first inning, left them in scoring position, get a runner on here in the top of the second in the state softball championship. Squirrels looking for their 22nd win of the season. Vikings looking for win number 18 on the year. And these girls can get into summer, and for some of them, the Shield Softball All-Star Series on Monday as well. Mitchell with the pitch. This one works outside. Preen looks back to runner. It's 1-0. Looking through here for the Central Cass and Kindred-Richland Vikings. We've seen a lot of talent that has made its way to the Shield Softball All-Star Series over the last decade, and Scott Koss going to be part of the coaching staff this season, as this is popped up, jammed in the air, fair foul ball, and this will be right into the fair foul line, and Bussey makes way to Flanagan. So it'll be a pop out to the second baseman about 7 feet behind first base, and there's 2 down. Now it goes to Lauren Schliemann. Schliemann, 1 of 7 with 2 strikeouts so far here in the tournament. If she can get aboard, the leadoff batter and the catcher and Lila Kittleson due up next. Mitchell, first time through the lineup card with the last batter here with Schliemann. This one will be in the dirt. The runner's going to break for second base. Ellie Tazarek the throw, and this one is going to hop around like a detour as Preen with the one hopper, trying to apply the tag with Sherway, went off of her glove for a moment, and not sliding was Ellie Tazarek as she kind of did the old Euro step. 1-2 got around the glove and got to second base. That one was in the turf, so now it's 1-0 with a runner in scoring position here for Kindred. Preen sees this one. That will miss. Now 2-0. And against Mitchell, at particular times, all about trying to, from the opponent's point of view, it might not get a lot of chances to get runners in scoring position. So got to capitalize. Mitchell got out of the inning in the first. Now trying to contest with another runner in scoring position here in the second. There's a 2-0 on the way. And Schliemann hitting this one in the air to right center field, and this one will drop for a base hit. Coming in to score will be Ellie Tazarek. Schliemann makes her way to second. She will stand up there with an RBI double, and the first run of the game goes to the Kindred-Richland Vikings. I'll get their fans off their feet. The number 9-hole hitter, Lauren Schliemann, delivers the goods for her second hit of the state tournament. Split the gap of Gunnison and Halverson. Ellie Tazarek comes in to score. RBI variety bottom half, and as we said against Mitchell, you got to take advantage of your opportunities, and they did there with a quality hit on a 2-0 count here by the number 9 batter in Schliemann. First time through the lineup card, an inning and 2/3 here for Mitchell. First pitch swinging is Kittleson. This one goes foul. It's 0-1. In that top of the second inning here, and for Mitchell, an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, a run against. That was earned. 2 walks and alongside with 2 strikeouts here for Whitney. Schliemann at second. Here's the 0-1 to Kittleson. Kittleson will see this out of the zone. Preen does a good job as she was in the right-hander batter's box to backhand that softball. It's 1-1. Kittleson walked back in inning number 1, worked the count full, and was stranded at third base. The 1-1. Kittleson hits one in the air. It's a soft little pop-up to the shortstop, Sherway, to retire this side. But the Vikings score first. 1 run on 1 extra base hit by Schliemann. No errors of the runner left on base. We have played an inning and a half today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred leads by 1.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Hi, Sonia from the Lighting Gallery and Decor. We're so much more than just lighting.
Step into a space where your home starts to come together. From custom furniture and curated decor to a personalized design guidance, we help you create a space that feels warm, layered, and uniquely yours. Whether you're starting fresh or finishing the details, we're here to bring your vision to life.
I invite you to stop in. I think you'll be wowed.
Raya Zimmerman comes up to the plate here for Central Cass, bottom of the second inning in this state championship. Zimmerman, Halverson, and Stieg. Chase Miller with you here today from Trapper Field in Jamestown. Zimmerman, the senior designated player, going up against Odegaard here. And so far for Zimmerman, 3 of 6 at the plate with 3 runs driven in and a run scored in 2 walks here at State. Charlie Odegaard missing up top for a ball. It's 1-0. So Lauren Schliemann with the RBI double, top of the second, to put the Vikings up on that Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 1-0 count upcoming here to Zimmerman. Zimmerman pops this one up in the infield. It'll tail towards the first base side with the wind off the glove of Mathis. That's going to be a fair ball. And with the wind that's blowing, that started at second base, went all the way over to first on that towering pop-up. It goes off the glove of Mathis on the air. Zimmerman will reach base, and she'll go to first. With this wind, again, it is blowing a little bit more in. So, as we said, anything hit to center, it's going to be more right center or right field with this wind, unless it is a line drive kind of a hit. That goes to Halverson. Halverson, first pitch swinging, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Halverson here in the tournament, 1 of 6 with a run scored, a walk, and 1 strikeout. No outs with a runner on first. Odegaard runs this one in at the hands. It's 1-1. Third meeting between these two teams here this season, and third meeting in the month of May. They're getting sick of each other. There's a mutual respect, but also probably an inner hatred with these two teams when it comes to high school sports. The 1-1 pitch is popped up. This one will go towards foul territory, and Fuchsa makes the play in foul territory, and there's 1 down. One of those where you know when these two teams play each other, both get up. It could be in someone's backyard in Castleton or Kindred, and these two teams have come ready to get out there and have a chance to win. But in the same, they have good relationships in terms of they understand that the other team is going to give it their all, and you better bring it. Otherwise, you're going to be losing pretty quickly. As this works outside for a ball to Maddie Stieg, it's 1-0. Stieg 0 for 5 at the plate here at State, but does have 3 runs driven in with 2 runs scored, 2 walks and a strikeout. So even without a hit, she's been very productive. Here's the 1-0. This will be hit on the ground to Zark with the 3-hopper. Gets one there. Chance to spin, fire, throw! Not in time. Nearly with the pirouette for the double play to Zark, able to get Zimmerman out at second. Stieg reaches base on a fielder's choice. Chance to Zark almost had the second double play here for the Vikings to get out of an inning, after Bussey hit into a 5-3 double play to Nipstead to finish off the first. Now it goes to the slashing, hitting Keelan Flanagan. Flanagan 2 of 6 with 4 runs scored and a walk here for the freshman second baseman. Runner at first, here is Stieg. 4th batter of the inning against Odegaard, and Flanagan laces this one into the field, and that'll be into left. First, a nice piece of hitting over Nipstead, but just in front of Kate Odegaard. There's what a slashing hitter can do for you. Stieg reaches second base, and for the Central Cass Squirrels, that's their first hit against Charlie Odegaard here in this contest. As now it goes to Kiara Gunnifson. Gunnifson had an inside the park home run yesterday for Central Cass, brought in 2 runs. Talking with Kiara in the postgame scene, when you saw it go past the left fielder, what's going through your mind? She said, run. And see Scott flailing his arms and trying to bring her in. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 down. Runner at second is Stieg. Flanagan over at first. Number 9 hole batter here for Central Cass. Flanagan will take up for a ball. It's 2-0 with Sophie Sherwhite on deck. As Gunnifson digs back in, 2 for 5 so far here at State. As Gunnifson, 2-0 count. She's going to take a strike. It's 2-1. Vikings in their all blue attire. Central Cass in their all black attire here this evening. 2-1. Gunnifson hits this one off the end of the bat to Mathis at second to retire the side. No runs on a hit, and Aaron 2 runners left. We play 2 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Central Cass and Kindred-Richland with the Vikings up by 1.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
As we make our way top of the 3rd inning, Mitchell on for her 3rd inning of work, missing low at the knee against Josie Mathis. It's 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up to the plate here for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Mathis with a single. Her last time up was stranded at second base in inning number 1. Here's the 1-0. Mathis will dance off the plate now, 2-0. Vikings sent 5 batters to the plate in the 1st inning, left 2 runners on. In the 2nd inning, 5 batters to the plate, left a runner on, but Schleeman and the 2-out RBI double that plated Charlie make that Elliot Tazarek. As this one is called a strike, it's 2-1 here to Mathis. Right now, the way this game is going, could be an old-fashioned pitcher's duel, which for a Vikings perspective, that's what it's been all tournament. 2-1, popped, jammed to the second baseman. Flanagan doesn't have to move much there. Good pitch by Sherwhite to get in on the hands of Mathis, not allowed her to extend. And there's one down here to open up the top of the 3rd inning. Janet Tazarek, she struck out swinging her last time up. Reminder, we'll have coverage of the Shield Softball All-Star Series upcoming here on Monday at North Dakota State University. That'll be scheduled for 5 o'clock. First pitch is Tazarek, hits it right back up the middle, and Janet Tazarek gets a single, and the Kindred-Richland Vikings are the runner aboard here in every inning against Mitchell. As we go now to Sierra Nipstead. Going back through these two teams, they've had a lot of selections in the Shield Softball All-Star Series. Aspen Preen and Brady Bussey are there for the Central Cass Squirrels with their head coach Scott Kost. While for the Vikings, we'll see Charlie Odegaard making her way out here for the Vikings upcoming as well. So we'll see 3 players and a coach here just in this game in the Shield Softball All-Star Series Monday and Tuesday. As this one will be called a strike, as it's 0-1. To see Sierra Nipstead flew out to the right fielder Halverson her last time up. Shield Softball All-Star Series Monday at 5 o'clock at NDSU with the first of a doubleheader. That goes to Bismarck Legacy on Tuesday at 4. The 0-1. This will miss in the turf or in the dirt. Aspen Preen bluffs a throw back to the runner that's at first base. Into Tazarek, it's 1-1. Good job by Aspen Preen to just smother that and then immediately walk back to Tazarek to first base. The extra 60 feet in a game like this could be the difference in a ball game. The 1-1. That'll miss low. Now 2-1. Emma Schmitz due up next here for the Vikings. I say it's hard to beat a team 3 times in the season, much less 3 times in a month, and that's what those Squirrels are trying to do here against the Vikings. The 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. This one underneath the glove of Stegan, third into left field. Tazarek will round second. She'll stay there. Sierra Nipstead gets aboard with a single. A pair of singles here back-to-back, and the Vikings are threatening in the top of the 3rd inning. For Sierra Nipstead, her first of the tournament as it goes to Emma Schmitz after the first hit of the tournament again for Nipstead. Back on May the 1st in Kindred, Central Cass won 6-2, and then on May the 20th in the Region 1 Championship in Hillsborough, Central Cass won 8-0 over the Vikings. The Vikings had to come back in a region qualifier and nearly fell to the boroughs of Hillsborough Central Valley before winning in extras in 8. Mitchell With the pitch, Schmitz looking to bunt, hits this one up the third base side. That'll go foul. It's 1-1. Emma Schmitz with a strikeout looking her last time up. Runner at second to Zarek. Nipstead over at first. Fuchsa, the on-deck batter. As Aspen Praying telling Parkhouse to come in a little bit in left field, particularly if there's a bunt situation on where you're going to go defensively, both infield and outfield with runners at first and second. Here's the 0-1. Schmidt's going to head away, hits it right back up the middle to Gunnifson. They have a chance for two. Gunnifson makes the play, and the throw gets by the shortstop. Gunnifson made the play. Sherwin and Flanagan both thought the other was going to go maybe field it, so they let it go like a matador against a bull coming at you. It was backed up by Bussey, but they had a chance to get two. The Vikings very fortunate there because Dazarek was a little bit off that second base. Emma Schmitz with the line drive out. There's two down here in the top of the third. Gunnifson did a good job getting to that ball, got enough behind it. She would have had Tazarek out at second. Instead, it's two down here as it goes to Fuchsa. Fuchsa, first pitch swinging off the net. It's 0-1. Bottom of the third inning, Squirrels second time through the lineup card with Sherwhite, Preet, and Mitchell. 1, 2, 3 batters up for Scott Koss and the Squirrels in the bottom of the third inning. No balls and a strike here to Fuchsa. Mitchell with the 0-1. That'll miss just off the zone. Now 1-1. Up and out. 1 ball and 1 strike here for Mitchell and the Squirrels to the senior first baseman in Fuchsa. Put the ball in play, grounded out to Mitchell, her last time up to begin the second inning. 1-1 going to be hit, and that's a soft little line in foul territory, backhanded by Stieg to retire the side. There were no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. The Vikings have left 4 of their 5 runners in scoring position. As we go to the bottom half of the third inning on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Vikings lead by 1.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Bottom of the third inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. First time through the lineup card against Charlie Odegaard. The Squirrels with just 1 hit and 1 walk, but no strikeouts. They've been able to put the ball in play. Odegaard, 2 innings of work, 1 hit, again with 1 walk. And the Squirrels, they reached second base twice, but unable to reach third or home as it stands right now. But second time through, we'll see what the adjustments are made between these two teams. If you're just joining us, the lone run of the game so far from the Vikings perspective, a 2-out RBI double by Lauren Schliemann in the number 9 hole that brought in the courtesy runner, Emma Tazarek, to make it 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Chase Miller with you here from Jamestown, North Dakota. Charlie Odegaard winds and delivers, and Sherwhite will take a strike. It's 0-1. Sherwhite with a walk after working the count full her last time up in the first inning to lead things off for the Squirrels. Eventually was left stranded at second. The 0-1 pitch. This one misses out of the zone at 21, and also big defensive play in the first inning where Brady Bussey came up with runners at first and second and 1 down, hit a 1-hopper to Nipstead at third, and she was able to backhand it, take her to momentum to third base to get the force out there, then throw it across the diamond to get the double play. 1-1 pitch hit up towards the Kindred-Richland dugout up the third base line. That'll go foul. It's 1-2. 2 years ago, these two teams played in the same spot, same position in 2024, where the Vikings came out victorious 6-1 here from Trapper Field. And from the Vikings' perspective, it's the same 3 teams that they played again here a couple years later to get to the state championship. The 1-2 pitch in on the ground, Nipstead, 2-hopper, fields it, fires, throws, Fuchs in time, and Sherwhite is retired, 1 down. Back in 2024, the Vikings had to get through the Lakers in the quarters, had to get through the Aggies in the semis, and had to try to top the Squirrels in the championship, and they're trying to do it here as well. For the Central Kansas Squirrels, the defending champs, until someone beats you either to not make state or once you get to state. winning the state championship last season here for Central Cass. One down to Aspen Preen. And Preen will see this outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Squirrels last year defeating in this game Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark at NDSU 4-1. Graduated 0 seniors, brought everybody back. The 1-0 pitch. Preen hits one in the air. That'll go into center field. Coming down is Schmitz. She will track it into right center, and Aspen Preen is retired as there's 2 down. Now to Whitney Mitchell. Good swing by Aspen Preen, but in terms of the shift, Emma Schmitz was right in right center field where Aspen hit it. So good scouting report from a Vikings perspective, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As now Charlie Odegaard takes a look at the wristband, looks inside, and the pitch off speed on Mitchell. That'll miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Whitney has home run power where she can turn the wind around. As the outfield as well, got to be ready if something is hit deep here for Mitchell. The 1-0. Whitney hits one on the ground off the end of the bat. That goes to Fuchsa. And Brianna, as she gloved it, her left foot was on first base at the same time. It's 3 up and 3 down, and Charlie Odegaard has her first 1-2-3 inning of the contest. We played 3 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We're scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th inning.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Top of the 4th inning, Whitney Mitchell delivers a ball to Charlie Odegaard. 7, 8, and 9 here for the Vikings. Top of the 4th inning in a game that started back at 4:55. As we're just getting past the 40-minute mark here from an overcast sky, windy day in Jamestown. The 1-0 pitch hit right to the second baseman off the glove of Flanagan, and Charlie Odegaard will reach base. Flanagan was going up towards center field trying to backhand it. It hit the heel of that glove, and it bounced out off the wrist area. Charlie Odegaard able to reach base here, and she will have a courtesy runner coming into the game for the Vikings as Ellie Tazarek. 2 times for Charlie Odegaard. She has reached base, back on a walk in the second, gets a base hit here, and we got the courtesy runner at first base as it goes to Kate Odegaard. Popped up her last time up to Flanagan at second. That was hit well off the end of the bat for Charlie Odegaard, and Flanagan trying to make the play up the middle in center field just off the glove. And for Sam Brandt, what are they going to do here? They've been able to get a leadoff base runner on for the 2nd time, and in every inning against Whitney, they've at least got a runner on as Mitchell delivers a strike to Kate Odegaard. It's 0-1. Whoever scores this next run where it stands, the question is 1 run enough? But whoever scores that next run could definitely be that momentum killer or momentum. As this is foul tip, Preen throws it back to get the runner nearly in time. Nice little quick throw there by Preen to Bussey. Kate Odegaard falls behind 0-2, or that little momentum helper. Vikings, you get that second run, you got a little breathing room where one swing doesn't tie it. On the opposite side, if you're the Squirrels, you get that 1 run. That can get things going potentially. The 0-2 popped up. This one will go foul. We'll stay alive at 0-2. Vikings have just played in a marathon of being tied or being up or down by 1 here at State, where the Squirrels took care of business against the Grizzlies. They had to earn it for 5 innings against Pembina County North. The 0-2, this one will miss in the 3rd. It's now 1-2. And then yesterday, got up 2-0 after 1 inning. Then it was 6-3 after 2. And then you look up, it's 11-3 after 2.5. So they had to come storming back yesterday. It had that resiliency to do so. The 1-2 pitch hit in the air, straightaway center. Gunnison going back to the track, and oh, what a catch by Kiera. As that one was tailing left to right, and Gunnison with one hand with the glove, and the right hand came and Venus fly trapped it in center field. A line drive out here for Kate Odegaard. Good swing, but better defensive play by Gunnison. A gap gets by Kiera. Tazarek would have been running at least a third, if not home. Instead, Lauren Schliemann, who's got the one base hit for the Vikings when it's mattered most here today, with that RBI double her last time up. Schliemann hits this one foul to the netting. It's 0-1. And back to Lila Kittleson due up next. Going back to Gunnison with how that wind is playing. She went left, she went right, able to jump at the right time and field it perfectly there for Kiera. Here's the 0-1 upcoming from Mitchell. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, 0-2. Good spot, low at the knee. As Mitchell looking for her third strikeout of the late afternoon or early evening, however you like to talk about the 6 o'clock hour coming up. No balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell with the pitch. 0-2. This one will go all the way to the backstop as Mitchell slips. The fires down to second base for Preen. Not going to be in time as Ellie Tazarek is okay. Everyone's going to take a look at Whitney Mitchell as she came through on the follow through and slipped. And Mitchell telling everybody she's fine, she's okay as Preen comes on the circle. And Scott Koss took about 5 steps up the first base dugout, and Whitney just said, "I'm good." But now the runner stands in second base. 1 ball and 2 strikes in a similar spot that we saw in the second inning with Charlie Odegaard trying to walk in and Ellie Tazarek going to second base as well on a wild pitch to get into scoring position, and it's a 1-2 count. The only difference is in that second inning when Schliemann got the RBI double to right center field, it was on a 2-0 count. So it was a hitter's count, and she was able to turn one loose. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3, looking, and Schliemann is retired. Mitchell does indeed get strikeout number 3. Her first set, striking out Emma Schmitz to end the top of the first inning as it goes to the catcher in Lila Kittleson. 0-for-1 with the walk and a pop-out to the shortstop Sherwhite her last time up. Ellie Tazarek stands in scoring position for the Vikings. Mitchell with the pitch. That'll miss outside low. It's 2-0. Vikings left 2 runners on in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. 4 out of the 5 runners they've left on have been in scoring position, and there's another large run here standing at second base. Here's the 1-0. Kittleson pops this one up down the third baseline. That'll go foul. It's now 1-1. Bottom of the 4th inning for the Squirrels. They will see Bussey, Zimmerman, and Halverson. The 4, 5, and 6 batters due up here for Scott Kost and Central Cass. Going back through the history, these two teams have played a couple of barn burners in the state championship dating back to 2014, which is the first year these two teams met in a state title, where it was 3-2 in favor of the Vikings. The 1-1, Kittleson will take a strike. It's 1-2, low and away. 2016, it was just 1 run needed. The Vikings won 1 love. 2019, 6-2 Squirrels. 2022, all Central Cass, 11-1 in Fargo. And then 2 years ago, 6-1 Vikings here in Jamestown. The 1-2, up out of the zone. Good take on the rise ball there. Kittleson spells that one. It's 2-2. As Mitchell takes a look at the wristband one more time. And the 2-2 pitch. Foul tipped, hung onto the glove by Preen to retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left in scoring position again here for the Vikings. It's 1-0 Kindred-Richland on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
The telephone company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Bussey, Zimmerman, Halverson, 4, 5, and 6 batters. We'll get an update for you from State Baseball. As this one missing out of the zone, it's 1-0. Thompson able to defeat Velvet Drake and a Moose for third place, 6-3, a final for the Tommies, who take third in baseball. Dex Ovdom with 2 home runs and 4 runs driven in. He's just a freshman for the Tommies. Here's the 1-0. Bussey sees this one outside, now 2-0, and from Thompson's perspective, not a bad weekend here at State. Baseball and softball win 2 games. Softball taking 5th place earlier today over Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. Bussey hit into a double play her last time up to Nipstead to end the first at third, and Bussey takes a ball outside. It's now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes here to the cleanup batter, and Bussey took one in on the, it almost felt like it was the ribs, but more the funny bone yesterday to load the bases up in the 7th inning, and she will take a walk here, and the Central Cass Squirrels going to run her aboard. Squirrels got a leadoff runner in the first, leadoff runner in the second. First runner to reach since Flanagan had a 2-out single in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Just a second free pass here for Charlie Odegaard in the circle, and the 9th so far in the tournament in 21 innings worked. Tying run on base for Bussey. Zimmerman takes a look at Scott Costa as a big gust of wind comes through, and Zimmerman hits one in the air. That Scott's going to left. Way back. This one's going to be off the wall. Going to play this one is Kate Odegaard. Bussey hard charging. She's trying to get into third. She will do so. It's a double for Zimmerman, and the Squirrels are in business here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Zimmerman turned the wind around on a line drive shot over the head of Kate Odegaard, and the Squirrels are threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. Just a second hit against Charlie Odegaard, and the first double variety of the game as it goes to Halverson. There's a quick meeting in the circle here for the infield. This meeting in the circle brought to you in part by Chris Moe and your Nodak Insurance Company. Your agents with answers in Grand Forks, Dakota, and surrounding communities at 701-757-1613. Tying run 60 feet away. Go-ahead run stands at second. Halverson popped up her last time up, foul territory to Fuchs at first. First pitch swinging, it's a pop-up, and this one will go off the glove of Charlie Odegaard as Tazarek and Odegaard were there, and Tazarek made way. Odegaard was taking a couple of steps, and it went off of her glove in a similar spot that we saw with Flanagan earlier, trying to backhand it and hit the heel. So now all of a sudden we're going to see this on an error by the first baseman. Bases are full to Maddie Stieg. Infield comes in to try to take the run out at home. Squirrels get an extra out here in inning number 4. First pitch swinging. Stieg hits one in the air deep to left center field. Way back to the wall. And this one's going to one-hop the wall. Bussey comes in to score. Zimmerman on to score. Here's a throw to third. Not in time. A 2 RBI double by Stieg. And the Squirrels have a 2-1 lead. Bussey comes in to score alongside with Zimmerman. Stieg, the junior third baseman, delivers 2 runs in. Third hit of the game, and those 2 runs will go to Central Cass on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. And this Squirrel team coming into today in 2 games was batting nearly 400 here at the state tournament with 16 runs driven in. They're an awfully good unit as Sam Brandt comes on and talks it over with her infielders. And in situations like this, The Squirrels yesterday against Beulah were unable to put a big momentum inning together, but they kept chipping away. Well, now you got the chance to put a crooked number up on the board with nobody out, 2 runners in, and 2 hard hits by Zimmerman and Stieg against the grain of the wind in left center field. This is the state softball championship on YourLiveEvent.com, and when Mitchell comes up in the top of the 5th inning, she'll be pitching with the lead for the first time here this evening. The question is just how much. And for the Vikings' perspective, what can you minimize here with no outs in the 4th as Flanagan, the slasher, will step up to the plate. As Odegaard will come up, the pitch. Flanagan hits one up the first base side. This one goes to Fuchsa. Not in time and nowhere to go. A perfectly executed, if you will, swinging bunt by Flanagan. Fuchsa was trying to see if she could make the play at first base, but Flanagan immediately was flying down the first base line, just nowhere to go. And coming in to score will be Halverson. So an infield single, and now it's 3-1. Runners at the corners, and still nobody out. Kira Gunnison with a pop out to the second baseman Mathis, her last time up. Squirrels with 3 runs here so far in the inning. 5 batters up, 3 batters in, and still nobody out to the number 9 hitter in Kiera Gunnison. Already with an infield home run, 2-run inside the park homer in this tournament. Gunnison looking to bunt. Runners going to go to second. Kittleson bluffs the throw, and going to second base here will be Flanagan. So 1 ball, no strikes. Gunnison trying to see if she can send something to the outfield and drive in a run here with Stieg at third base. Odegaard looking for that first out of the inning for the Vikings. Gunnison's going to bunt. This one's going to be hit on the ground. So suicide squeeze coming in is Central Cass. Maddie Stieg comes in, and then the delayed runner Flanagan. It was never called for time. She will come in to score. Gunnison goes to second as Kittleson will call time, and Central Cass plates another 2 runs. Stieg will come in on the suicide squeeze with Gunnison. She gets the run driven in there on an infield base hit. And then also coming in to score is Flanagan behind her. The time was never called in the circle, so Flanagan quickly sprinted down the third base line, and now Central Cass has put 5 runs up in the inning as they lead it 5-1. The squeeze play now, just a triple play. We've got a blackout on our state softball bingo card here in Jamestown. Sophie Sherwhite will dig in, 3rd time through the lineup card, and the Squirrels have put 5 runs on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one missing up and out of the zone. It's 1-0. 7 batters to the plate here for Central Cass in this 4th inning. Gunnison stands at second. Charlie Odegaard has the 1-0 pitch. That'll work for a ball as well. It's 2-0. We said who could possibly score the next run could be that momentum kind of a play. And, well, the Squirrels have taken it in spades, and they've added 5 runs so far here in the 4th. The 2-0, that'll miss. It's now 3-0. Scott Koss telling Sophie, hey, if you like it, go take a rip at it. 3-0. Odegaard needs a strike, and Odegaard will miss up, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Runners at first and second right now. Odegaard with her 3rd walk, 2nd of the inning, and it goes to Aspen Preen. Preen 0 for 2 with a flyout. So far to Odegaard in left and Schmitz in center. And Central Cass sees with Preen. This one missing in the dirt. It's now 1-0, and from a Squirrels perspective, this is blood in the water. Squirrels trying to keep this line moving up by 4, but a chance to add to it here with a couple more runs here in the inning. The 1-0, Preen. We'll see this one miss. It's now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes here to Preen. A hitter scout to Aspen. That'll miss. Wall to the zone. Preen had almost stuck in cover. It's 3-0. Runner at first is Sherwhite. Gunnifson stands at second on the squeeze play and made her way to second base after there was no time call to get into scoring position. 3 balls, no strikes. Charlie Odegaard takes a look at the wristband, looking for the strike zone here. The 3-0, swing and a miss. Preen gave it a rip. It's now 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Preen pops this one up. This one will go right over us here and be a foul ball. It's now 3-2. There's going to be one that's going to go right over the netting and going to go straight down and probably have a chance for a broadcaster to try to go make a play, and that's never a good thing. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Odegaard battling back after 3 consecutive balls to Preen to get the next 2 that has been a strike. Here's the payoff pitch. Preen hits one high in the air, deep to right, way back to the track, looking up, and that's going to be gone, a home run. It's a 3-run homer here for the Central Cass Squirrels and Aspen Preen as it goes off the glove of Hillman, as Hillman made a good effort, but as she went towards the wall to try to go make the play, it went off her glove, and Preen with a 3-run homer. It's all Squirrels here in the 4th inning as they lead it 8-1. Aspen with her 2nd home run of the tournament. And Aspen, the birthday girl, delivers the goods and blows out the candles with a 3-run shot here in the inning, and there's still nobody down. Gunnifson comes in to score alongside with Sherwhite. And they've done this all in consecutive order. And this one will run in and hit Whitney Mitchell, as Mitchell will be hit by a pitch, and she'll take first base. Now all of a sudden, the one thing from a Vikings perspective you got to be worried about, and the 10-run rule comes into mind in the bottom of the 4th inning, where if 3 runs come across and you don't score anything in the top of the 5th, this game all of a sudden would then be a mercy rule. So the Squirrels showing you why with this offense. They were the #1 seed coming into the tournament as voted on by the coaches. And they just keep on swinging here in the inning, as they have officially hit around here in the 4th. Bussey, first pitch swinging, hits one down the line past Nipstead. That'll roll all the way towards the wall as Whitney Mitchell's going to round to third base, and Bussey gets a double, another extra base hit, and the Squirrels have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Mitchell to third base, Bussey to second, Zimmerman coming up. 8 runs in on 6 hits, and 4 of them have been extra base hits, including a suicide squeeze here in the inning. Now it goes to Zimmerman. Zimmerman hits this one foul over the dugout. It's 0-1, and Zimmerman hit a double to left center for the 2nd at-bat of this inning. 11th batter to the plate here for Central Cass. Now all of a sudden, what we were just talking about a moment ago, that mercy rule, if you plate Bussey and Mitchell, really comes into play. The 0-1. It's now 0-2, where Odegaard looking for her first strikeout of the evening. And this would come at a time where they just need something to go right from the Viking perspective right now. The 0-2. Hit on the ground off the top of the plate. And we'll keep it at no balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell over at third after a hit-by pitch. Bussey stands at second. For the Squirrels, everybody has reached base in some way here in the inning through 10 batters. Here's the 0-2. Zimmerman gulps this one into the air. That'll go to Tazarek. Tazarek will make way, and Mathis will make the catch as they nearly collide behind home plate. Mathis with the catch. Zimmerman is retired, but it's a dangerous play between those two up the middle. They did not collide, but nearly. And now it goes to Kaylee Halverson. She reached base on an error her last time up to come in to score. Halverson sees one in the zone. It's going to be a ball. Saw him through that batter zone, but did not swing at it. Was jammed her last time up. That sent Charlie Odegaard backpedaling and hit the glove and popped out. This one will be popped up in the air. The wind will play funny things with this one as well. Tazarek going out to center, makes the catch. The runner's going to try to come in for Mitchell. C will slide in safely on the sacrifice fly. And the Squirrels now lead it 9-1. It's going to be a tough play for Janet Tazarek, backpedaling to the short center field. She does make the out. It'll go as a sacrifice fly. Coming in to score is Mitchell. Halverson delivers her first run driven in the game, and Mitchell gets her first run across. And 1 through 9 for the Squirrels have all scored 1 run here in the inning. Batter number 13 here in the inning was Stieg. Charlie Odegaard with the pitch. This will miss low. It's 1-0 for the Vikings in the 5th. Josie Mathis, Janet Tazarek, and Sierra Nipstead. The 2, 3, and 4 batters due up in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. 1-0 will miss for a ball. It's 2-0. Bussey at second base. Maddie Stieg with a double and 2 runs driven in so far here tonight with a run scored. The 2-0 pitch. Stieg taking all the way for a strike. It's 2-1. Flanagan due up next if Stieg can find a way to get a base hit somewhere. Here's a 2-1. Off speed, under the zone now 3-1. 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning continues to be a marathon here from a Viking perspective. And if you're Squirrels, you'd like this 5K to go to a 10K and eventually a full marathon. The 3-1. That'll be called a strike. It's 3-2. Central Cass trying to put another run up on the board while Odegaard looking to get that final out here in the top of the 4th inning, get those bats to the plate for the Vikings. Payoff pitch, the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Odegaard gets her first strikeout of the evening up, but not before Central Cass puts 9 runs across here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And it was a towering 3-run homer by Aspen Preen just off the glove of Hillman in right field. That was the highlight here of the inning. Central Cass with a new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, leads it by 8.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Top of the 5th inning as the Vikings will send Mathis, Tazarek, and Nipstead. Mathis takes a ball for the Squirrels. 9 runs on 6 hits in the air and 1 runner left on base in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-0 to Josie Mathis. Mathis will take another ball. It's 2-0 now for the Vikings after it was 1-0 after 2. Led 1-0 going to the bottom of the 4th. Now down by 8. It's can't get everything back here, but you need something with 9 outs remaining as this one runs in at the knee. It's 3-0, and that's if you get to the 7th. That's if you score, because if you don't, the Squirrels put up the next 2 runs, the ball game will be over in a run rule variety. So a lot of what-ifs here in the 5th inning. 3-0. Mathis hits a fly ball in the air to center field. Gunnison going back to the track, to the wall, looking up, and she makes the catch. Gunnison and all the way to the wall. That softball then just came tailing down, and she was able to put that left hand on the wall, and then all of a sudden towards her hip, the softball came down, and she was able to make the catch on a rainbow kind of a play. Good swing by Mathis on the 3-0, gave it a ride. Gunnison makes a play defensively, and there's one down here in the top of the fifth as it goes to Janet Tazarek. Tazarek 1 of 2 with a single here today. Also missed outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Central Cass, if they can hold on with where the score is right now, will even up the series between these two teams in terms of championship games against one another. 1-0, that'll miss. It's now 2-0. Vikings have won 3. Central Cass has won 2. Squirrels most recently in 2022 defeated the Vikings 11-1 and 6 in Fargo. A 2-0. This will be hit off the end of the bat, and that will die in front of the second baseman Flanagan in time, as Flanagan will make the play, throws it to Bussey with the stretch, and Tazarek is retired. 4-3 on the putout. Nice play by Flanagan as it was hit off the end of the bat, let it bounce, and then from there, able to make the play defensively as it goes down to Sierra Nipstead. We're starting to see and feel a sprinkle here on the air as Nipstead will dig in. Sierra 1 of 2 with a single back in inning number 3. Here's the pitch by Mitchell. So it'll be called a strike. It's 0-1. As Mitchell looking for her first 3-up, 3-down inning against the Vikings here in the circle. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch, good spot to throw it. It's 0-2. Nipstead 1 of 2 here against Whitney Mitchell. And Mitchell with the really good off-speed pitch on the outer part of the plate to get that one across. Here's the 0-2 as the wind starts to pick up a little bit in Jamestown. That'll miss up and out of the zone now, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes as Mitchell looks in the dugout. Gets her sign. Back on the circle. The 1-2. This will be hit off of the bat quickly by the shortstop. Sherwhite in time to retire Sierra Nipstead. A little 2-hopper off the end of the bat to Sherwhite. Sherwhite in the hole, fires across diamond. That's the first 3-up, 3-down inning here for Mitchell in the circle. We played 4.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Central Cass leads it by 8.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the R&J Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends.
Central Cass able to put up 9 runs, bottom of the 4th inning. All 9 batters scored a run in the inning. Charlie Odegaard on for her 5th inning of work. This one missing, though. It's 1-0. So it's Flanagan, Gunnison, and Sherwhite, 8, 9, and 1 batters. Flanagan 2 for 2 today with a run scored and a run driven in with a pair of singles for that slashing second baseman. 1-0. Flanagan doesn't go through the zone. It's 2-0. Kittleson behind the plate for the Vikings. Nipstead over at third. Tazarek at shortstop. Mathis at second. Fuchsa at first base. Kate Odegaard in left field with Schmitz in center, and Hillman stands in right. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 2-0 is going to be hit on the ground. Going to be a tough go play. Mathis quickly tries to make the flip, but Flanagan too quick. Able to make the play, and Flanagan gets aboard with an infield single here on a runner on to open up the bottom of the 5th inning. It will be the 8th hit against Charlie Odegaard, and now it goes to Kiera Gunnison. It's going to be a difficult play no matter who you were at second base. just because of how Flanagan swings, and she's from the left, so she's already going in motion a little bit with that slashing kind of a hit. Once it goes on the ground, I don't care where it goes. It can even go back right up to Odegaard in the circle. That would be a tough play. Gunnifson looking to bunt, takes the bump back. It's now 1-0. Already seen a squeeze play here today for Central Cass and Gunnifson. And for the Squirrels and the Vikings, these two teams, sometimes it just is one inning that can separate a win and a loss, and that inning right now is the bottom of the fourth as it stands right now. But for the Squirrels, you put 2 runs on, this game will be over in 5. If they can put 2 runs up, Vikings need 3 outs before that to get it to the 6th. Here's 2-0. Gunnifson looking to bunt. She will take it back. It's a ball outside. Now 3-0. 3-0 pitch on the way here for Charlie Odegaard. 3-0, that'll miss for a walk, and Flanagan will take second base. Runners at first and second as Gunnifson stands at first, and she's got some wheels. She is the game-ending run as it stands right now. Back up to Sophie Sherwhite in 4th time through the lineup card. Sherwhite with 2 walks and a run scored back in the 4th inning. There's Charlie Odegaard in the circle here. We'll fire this one, popped up, potentially playable. Fuchs giving chase, but she runs out of room over the first base dugout. It's zone 1. That's where the Squirrels dugout is here in Jamestown. No balls and a strike here on the way to Sophie Sherwhite as the Vikings looking for an out. After that first inning, the Squirrels had 4 batters to the plate in the first, 5 in the second, 3 up, 3 down third, and this is going to be hit off the inner part. Tazark gets one a chance to turn 2, not in time. Now the runner Flanagan's going to go to third base. She quickly comes up, and she will slide in safely. As going to Charlie Odegaard now will be Nipstead. So you get the out to Tazark for Sherwhite, a little pop-up. And then from there, Tazark went to go throw to try to get Gunnifson, the secondary runner, at first base. As she threw to Fuchs, Flanagan then sprinted to third and got in safely after Fuchs' throw went to Nipstead. So 1 down, runners at the corners as it goes to Aspen Preen. The birthday girl already with 3 runs driven in her last time up on a 3-run homer to right. As Odegaard will work with this one. Aspen Preen sees it as she throws it back down to Nipstead. Nipstead to Kittleson, has Flanagan in a rundown, and good play by Kittleson. So Gunnifson was off and running to second base. She will get that, but then a really heads-up play by the catcher in Kittleson, as instead of throwing to second, she threw to Nipstead at third, and Flanagan was off the base pass at third base. So Nipstead ran her to Kittleson, and then Kittleson applied the tag. So smart play by the all-region selection catcher for Lila Kittleson here for the Vikings. So what that does is there's 2 down now, runner in scoring position. Preen now is the game-ending run instead of Gunnifson over at second. Here's the 1-0. Preen will take one for a ball. It's 2-0. Whitney Mitchell due up next. As Aspen Preen on a 2-0 count and a hitter's count at that. The pitch. Preen taking a strike. It's 2-1. Still to come when we get to our post-game show. Player of the game, final box score, senior athlete coach of the year, that and more once we get to the post-game. Here's a 2-1. That'll miss low. It's 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 down with Gunnifson at second base. This one will be fouled towards the netting and out of play. I'll keep this now to a 3-2 count for the Vikings. Schmitz, Fuchsa, and Charlie Odegaard, 5, 6, and 7 batters due up in the top of the 6. Can the Vikings get there right now is the question. Charlie Odegaard looking for her second strikeout. Preen looking to get on base for the second time here in this title matchup. A 3-2. Preen fouls this one off the netting yet again, and we'll keep it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gunnifson stands at second base. There's Charlie Odegaard. As a 3-2. This will be laced into the glove of the shortstop, Janet Dzorak, to get out of the inning. Well, Central Cass able to cut 4 batters to the plate, but eventually they run themselves out of the inning as well. So no runs come across. Off one hit, there were no errors and a runner left on base. We played 5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Central Cass 9, the Kindred-Richland Vikings 1, as we head to inning number 6.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of the Fargo-Moorhead area and surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into settling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Top of the 6th inning, Emma Schmitz, Brianna Fuchsa, and Charlie Odegaard. This one will be missed for a ball. Whitney Mitchell so far, 5 innings of work, 5 hits, 1 run that was earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts so far in the circle here for Mitchell. Here's the 1-0. This one will run in at the knee. It's now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Emma Schmitz. Hit the ball hard her last time up to Gunnifson in center field for an out. 2-0 is laced, and this one will go off of Whitney to Sophie Sherwhite. Sherwhite will play it, and this one will go off the glove of Bussey. Rounding, trying to get to second base. Preen on the help will throw over and get the out. Good job by Aspen Preen to run up the first base line, and Sherwhite threw to Bussey, as they're going to make sure Whitney Mitchell is all right after it hit her. Now Scott Koss will come out and ask, where did it actually hit you? So Schmitz does reach base, but then gets thrown out eventually. So it'll go 1-6 to 2, back to 6 on the putout, and Schmitz is retired. And there's one down in a situation with with only 6 outs, man. That's a tough one. You got to try to see if you can get to second base. And if she could have immediately went to second, probably would have went there, but she was almost up towards the dirt where it meets the outfield grass before she turned to go to second. So sometimes just the ball bounces your way in different ways, and that time it goes for Central Cass eventually as Brianna Fuchsa takes a ball. It's 1-0. Fuchsa 0 for 2, hit a line drive into Stieg's glove her last time up in inning number 3. It's now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 down here in the 6th. Whitney Mitchell with the pitch. Fuchsa hits this one foul. It's 2-1 as the lights are on here at Trapper Field with us overcast skies. A few sprinkles, more wind to contend with, not too much sun here in this state championship matchup. 2-1 upcoming here for Mitchell. I will miss low at the knee, now 3-1. 3-1 on the way to Fuchsa, the senior first baseman, looking to get aboard here in the 6th. Mitchell, we'll see this one. It'll go off the glove of Stieg this time as Fuchsa, like a magnet, throws another one to Stieg that'll go off of her glove quickly on the line. Vikings get a base runner aboard, and they've done it in every inning except the 5th. Get a runner on base. There's now Scott Koss going to take a quick time and talk it over here in the circle. This meeting in the circle brought to you in part by Chris Mull with Nodak Insurance Company, your agents with answers servicing the Grand Forks and Lakota communities and beyond. Chris Mull with sales associate Cole Lamb as well. Chase Miller with you here from Trapper Field. What's at stake? Well, the Central Cass Squirrels with the win would win their 8th championship in program history and go back-to-back here at state. Well, for the Vikings, if they could mount a comeback, will win their 5th championship and their 2nd in the last 3 years here for the Vikings. Squirrels and the Vikings here in the championship. As if you're just joining us, going back through our recap, the Vikings took the lead after a 2 RBI double with 2 outs with the number 9 batter, Lauren Schliemann. Then for the Central Cass Squirrels, all 9 batters scored in the bottom of the 4th inning, in which they sent 13 batters to the plate and a 3-run home run by Aspen Preen just over the glove of the right fielder, Hillman. 1 down to Charlie Odegaard. And Odegaard will take low for a ball. It's 1-0. Fuchsa stands at first base. Charlie Odegaard. I'm going to see if the Vikings can put the ball in play, take a walk. You just don't see too many walks consistently here for Mitchell in the circle. The 1-0. I'll miss inside for a ball now, 2-0. So right now, what is needed from a Vikings perspective is base runners. 2-0 pitch. This one's going to be chopped up the third base line. Going to be a difficult play. Mitchell bobbles the ball, and Odegaard reaches base. Even if Mitchell does make the play, that would have been tough to try to get Odegaard at first. So there will be runners at first and second right now with Kate Odegaard coming up. As we'll get a time and a courtesy runner. This courtesy runner will be coming in here for the Vikings with Ellie Tazarek. So Charlie Odegaard reaches for the 3rd time here today for the Vikings. And now coming to the plate will be Kate Odegaard here. So Ellie Tazarek stands at first. Runner at second is Fuchsa. As the Vikings left 2 runners on in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the 4th. This would be popped in the air to Stieg at third, and that'll be an out. 1 pitch. Odegaard is retired, and there's 2 down. Vikings, they've left 5 of 6 batters left in scoring position here today against Mitchell. As we said, you just don't get a lot of opportunities sometimes against Whitney just throughout the course of a game, but when the opportunity does present it yourself, you got to try to take advantage. Mitchell with the pitch. Schliemann. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. As that one running up and out of the zone. Lila Kittleson due up next for the Vikings if they can get to the leadoff batter. Mitchell works ahead here on Schliemann. The 0-1 popped. That'll go foul over the netting. It's 0-2. Nice crowd on hand for both the Squirrels and alongside the Vikings. Both didn't have to make a long trek by any means here to the Buffalo City to play in the State B Softball Championship. Here's the 0-2. That'll work up. Good take by Lauren Schliemann. As it's now 1-2 as this ball gets by the throw. Here comes Fuchsa. Gunnifson's going to throw it back to Preen. Preen quickly to the third baseman, Stieg. Stieg goes back to Preen. Preen will handle it here, trying to run back the runner, and eventually takes Fuchsa out. As they're trying to throw behind Fuchsa, Fuchsa then went to third base. Gunnifson quickly got it back in, and on the rundown, the Squirrels are on the inning. And it's being caught in that inning is Fuchsa between third and home plate. There were no runs on 2 hits or 1 error and a runner left on base. We've played 5.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Central Cass leads at 9-1.
The city of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Whitney Mitchell to the plate against Odegaard. Mitchell, first pitch swinging, hits a line drive right to Tazarek. And Mitchell is retired on one pitch and one down. So here's the situation. Squirrels scored 2 runs. They win it in the mercy rule. If not, we head to the 7th where the Vikings would be down to their final 3 outs, needing 8 runs to tie and try to force the bottom of the 7th. As Bussey laces one up the third base side, that'll go foul. It's 0-1. The Squirrels have put up a ton of runs here in the tournament, and the Vikings have not, and that's kind of been the theme of this game in terms of why it is where it is. At 9-1, Bussey on the off-speed pitch hits it right back up the middle. Bussey reaches base for her 3rd time today. Has put the ball in play 3 out of 4 times, and she will go to first base. As the Squirrels in this tournament defeated Pembina County North in the quarterfinals 13-3-5, and to score 12 runs to beat Beulah 12-11. Vikings able to defeat Delax Burlington 3-1, and then winners in 11 innings over the Aggies 5-3. Zimmerman comes up, and she will hit this one foul. It's 0-1. And starting to see the sprinkles start coming down a little bit here in Jamestown. No balls and a strike with 1 down. Bussey stands at first base. The game-ending run now at the plate here with Zimmerman. The pitch, Zimmerman, towering pop-up down the third base side, and that'll go out of play, just out of the reach of Nipstead and Tazarek, as that will be 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here with 1 down. Bottom of the 6th inning, the state softball championship here on YourLiveEvent.com. The 0-2, that'll miss for a ball. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes with 1 down here in Charlie Odegaard. With the pitch, off speed, that'll miss now 2-2. As with the wind and everything else starting to bring the sprinkles on through, and maybe you have to use the old umbrella one more time here in Jamestown. A 2-2 pitch. Foul tipped in the glove of Kittleson. Odegaard gets the strikeout. That'll be her 2nd. And there's 2 down. As they see to the plate with Halverson. Halverson with a sacrifice fly, her last time up in the 4th inning. Also was able to get a run scored as well as they batted around in that inning. This one will miss low. It's 1-0. Maddie Stieg due up next. So Bussey, after a 1-out walk stands, a 1-out single stands at first. Charlie Odegaard with a 1-0 pitch. This one will go foul off the inner ankle of Halverson. It's now 1-1. The Squirrels, well, different yesterday where they scored at least 1 run in all 7 innings against Beulah. Had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and so forth. Here's the 1-1. This will be hit down the left field line, and that will be in for a base hit. Bussey will stay pat at 2nd. Halverson gets a single. Runners at 1st and 2nd base with Maddie Stieg. Well, here, instead of being consistent of putting a run up or 2 in every inning, they put up 9 runs across in the 4th. As the rain continues to come down a little bit more here in Jamestown. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of a mist as stands right now as Stieg takes a swing and a miss. It's a strike. It's 0-1. No balls in a strike. The pitch. They'll be hit right back up the middle. That'll die in front of the center fielder, Schmitz. Schmitz will quickly play it. Bussey is going to be waved on in. Zara can't make the throw. And Bussey will come in and score the 10th run of the game here for Central Cass. Stieg gets her 3rd run driven into the contest, and Halverson will go to 3rd base. as they handle this one now. Here to Flanagan. Flanagan has reached base 3 times here today. 2 down. Flanagan with 3 singles, a run scored, and a run driven in. The pitch. Flanagan hits one up the first base side foul. It's 0-1. As right now the Squirrels score the next run off a swing here by Flanagan. They will go on and win this championship via the 10-run rule. As the wind continues to pick up here in Jamestown. Odegaard with the 0-1. Flanagan hits one in the air. That'll go to right center field, and getting there is going to be Schmitz. That'll retire the side. 1 run comes across on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. We played 6 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard with a new score. It's 10-1 in favor of the Central Cass Squirrels.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you can dream it up, we can make it a reality. Hello, this is Jonathan Olson with Greenworks Landscaping and Fencing. We can offer you a complete package when it comes to an external look to your property. Paver patios, outdoor kitchens, retaining walls, or fencing. We offer you all that and more. Our fences are built to last, so you have low maintenance beauty that not only improves the look, but also the value of your home. To show us your ideas or let us help you design your perfect outdoor sanctuary, check us out on the web at gworkslf.com.
As we make our way to the top of the 7th inning, it's 10-1 Central Cass as the rain is starting to come on down here in Jamestown. And everybody who hasn't had an umbrella is starting to seek shelter a little bit here, or seek shelter. As they'll handle it now with Lauren Schliemann at the plate. 9-1 and 2 batters against Mitchell. This one's going to be called a strike as the Vikings are down to their final 3 outs here of this championship. No balls and 1 strike as Mitchell takes a look. Trying to finish this one off here, and now a little bit of a rain shower. This will be called a strike. It's 0-2. Interesting, once you get to this point, just the grip of the softball, both for Mitchell, and then obviously if the ball is put in play, and then for the batters, in terms of that bat here for the Vikings. The 0-2. That'll miss. It's now 1-2. Game started back at 4:55. That's just over an hour and a half old. Today the umbrella has been pulled out for the 2nd time here in the state tournament, protecting the equipment that matters most. The 1-2 pitch, that'll be low. Now 2-2. As Mitchell has a towel on her right side, trying to wipe off her pitching hand pretty much every time she gets the softball. Vikings need 9 runs here in the top of the 7th inning. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Schliemann is retired, and there's 1 down. As it goes now to Lila Kittleson. Kittleson in this game 0 for 2 with a walk, was stranded back at third base in inning number 1. Kittleson, I'm going to reach base for the 2nd time, a senior catcher here for Coach Brandt and this Vikings program. As it stands, Kittleson, I'll see this one called a strike. It's 0-1. Whitney Mitchell pounding the zone, and that's what she needs to do right now, just force these batters to have to swing at a softball here or there. Gets another strike. That's now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here to Kittleson. Here's the 0-2. Kittleson hits one up the first base side. That'll go foul, and we'll keep it at no balls and 2 strikes. Parkhouse in left, Gunnifson in center with Halverson in right. Bussey at first base with Flanagan at second, Sherwhite at shortstop, Stieg at third, and Preen behind the plate with Mitchell. Again in the circle. Squirrels 2 outs away from a state championship. Looking for their 8th. Vikings looking to get base runners on and try to pass the baton. See if they can get something in consecutive order. This one will run up and out of the zone for a ball. It's 1-2. As this game also has a little bit of an issue. Got to think about the baseball game that was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock here as well for the state championship. The 1-2 pitch, that'll miss. Now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here on the way to Kittleson. That'll miss up and out of the zone as the wind continues to work its way through. It's now 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes here for Mitchell. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Kittleson is retired on the punch out. There's 2 down. Back-to-back Ks by Whitney. Sixth strikeout here for Mitchell in the circle, as the Squirrels are 1 more out away from a state championship. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball to Josie Mathis. It's 1-0. Josie, 1 of 3 with a single back in the first inning. A pop out and a fly out here for the Vikings. The 1-0. That'll miss low. Now 2-0. Central Cass, if this game holds the way it is, 24-3. They've outscored the Vikings here in these 3 games in the month of May. 2-0 pitch. That'll work outside for a ball. It's now 3-0. Mathis just trying to find a way to get a board here to hand it off to Tazark, Nipstead, and so forth. 3-0 pitch. Taken the entire way is Josie. It's now 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike here as Mitchell. We'll see this here on the ground. That's past the diving third baseman in Stieg, and getting aboard here will be Josie Mathis with a 2-out single. As for the Vikings, that'll be their 8th hit against Mitchell as it goes to Janet Tazarek. Tazarek, 1 of 3 here today with a single her last time up in the 3rd inning. As Mitchell looking at that wristband and righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. Up out of the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. Tazarek put the ball in play with a single back in the 3rd. Is 1 of 3 so far here in the afternoon. Overcast skies continue here in Jamestown. 1-0 pitch. Tazarek hits one in the air that has right center field. That has a extra base hit variety on it. Going is Mathis to 3rd base, and she will try to come in now as the relay throw goes to Sherwhite. So coming in to score here is Josie Mathis. Tazarek stands at 2nd. And the Central Cass Squirrels put up their 2nd run of the game as it goes to Sierra Nipstead. That's what the Vikings just need to do. Keep passing the baton, if you will, through. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Sierra Nipstead, 1 of 3 at the plate with a single. Her 2nd time up in inning number 3. Runner at 2nd base is Tazarek after she hit a RBI double to right center field. Here's the pitch by Mitchell. That'll miss in the dirt. And Tazarek quickly gets back to 2nd base. Nipstead takes a ball. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes as the Vikings continue to be on the final out 1-0. This one's going to get by Preen. Tazarek will slide in head first to third base. It's now 2-0 to Nipstead. As the rain continues to come on down here in Jamestown. Well, where this rain is currently right now, I don't think you're going to see too many batters swinging early in a count here against Mitchell. Going to be patient with this rain, making her throw some strikes. This will be hit right back in the middle. Sherwood on a three-hopper, throws it across diamond, and the Squirrels are your state champs. The Squirrels are your 2026 state champs, and for the 8th time in program history, are going to be crowned champs here of the State B. 1 run comes across on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. The Central Cass Squirrels will win their 8th championship in program history and go back-to-back in a game that goes 1 hour and 45 minutes. For the Vikings, they will finish the season 17-6. For the Squirrels, they improve to 22-6 here on the year. Coming up, we'll get to our post-game show, our awards presentation. That and more is still to come here today from Jamestown.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
As we come back here on our post-game show, final box score, Central Cass 10 runs on 10 hits. They committed a couple errors for the Vikings. 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. Vikings left 8 runners in scoring position, while Central Cass left 7 runners in scoring position here this afternoon. The Central Cass Squirrels, your champs here, as they were able to play a bevy of runs against Pembina County North, 13-3, 12-11 over the Beulah Miners, and here 10-2 over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. They are your state champs here in 2026. As we get to our post-game show, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this one is going to go to a whole team effort. Went 1 through 9, all score in 1 inning. It takes a village, and sometimes that village is the entirety of the team. 1 through 9 in the lineup card. They all scored a run in that bottom of the 4th inning. That is our players of the game. The starters here for everybody for Central Cass. Brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is Enbridge.com. Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. It was a 3-run homer that was shot and hit in the air to right field over Hillman, who made a good, valiant effort in trying to grab that ball in. But the birthday girl, Aspen Preen, with the 3-run homer in that 9-run 4th inning. That is our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Go to halsteadtel.com. That is halsteadtel.com. And to our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the contest. In the 4th inning, coming to the plate, Bussey earned a walk, Zimmerman earned a double. Halverson reached base. Bases were full with no outs, and Matty Stieg was able to deliver a 2 RBI double and give the Vikings, give the Squirrels at that time a 2-1 lead, and they never relinquished that lead and adds on 7 more runs in the 4th inning. That Matty Stieg 2 RBI double to give the Squirrels the lead is the game-winning hit at that time, and that is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassiz, your local precision planting dealer at Agassiz Precision Egg. Go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. We'll take one more break, and we come back. Final look at the box score. We'll also recap what happened earlier today. That and more still to come here from Jamestown.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we come back here, here's a look at your final box score. Whitney Mitchell, 7 innings of work, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. She threw 114 pitches, 64 for strikes, picks up the win. Charlie Odegaard, 6 innings of work, 10 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Threw 104 pitches, 59 for strikes. Odegaard throws nearly 400 pitches here in the state tournament as she threw 398 pitches through 3 days here in Jamestown. Box score, when it goes through for the Squirrels, Sophie Sherwhite 0 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks. Aspen Preen 1 of 4 with a run scored and 3 RBIs. Whitney Mitchell 0 for 1 with a run scored. She was hit by a pitch as well. Brady Bussey 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Zimmerman goes 1 of 4 with 1 run scored and 1 strikeout. Halverson goes 1 of 4 with a run scored and 1 run driven in. Maddie Steeg goes 2 for 4 with a run scored and 3 runs driven in. Flanagan goes 3 of 4 with a run scored and a run driven in. And Gunnifson goes 0 for 2 with a run scored and 2 runs driven in with a walk. As they go through the Senior Athlete of the Year and the Coach of the Year here as well. As Kittleson 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Mathis goes 2 for 4 with a run scored. Tazark goes 2 for 4 with 1 run driven in. Sierra Nipstead goes 1 of 4. You have Schmitz going 0 for 3. From there, Fuchsa goes 1 of 3. Charlie Odegaard goes 0 for 2. Kate Odegaard 0 for 3. And Schliemann goes 1 of 3 here today in this game as well. As Schliemann again goes 1 of 3 with 1 run driven in. It's now time for our Senior Athlete of the Year as it is absolutely downpouring here in Jamestown. As your Senior Athlete of the Year from Beulah, Addie Dale Geiger is our Senior Athlete of the Year. And then it goes to the Coach of the Year for the last award before it's the team awards as well. As the Coaches Association Coach of the Year here in the state in Class B softball will go to Scott Kost from Central Cass is your Coach of the Year. So Scott Kost, again, your Coach of the Year in state Class B softball here as Central Cass Squirrels win it by a final of 10-2. So congratulations goes out to Scott Kost as he is your Coach of the Year here in the state of Class B softball. As the captains from both the Vikings and the Squirrels will come on and take their state and runner-up trophies here in Jamestown. As they come through. Taking a look at how this one will make its way as the Central Cass Squirrels for the 8th time in program history, and they will go back-to-back as the senior class comes out, and they will host the state championship. And for Central Cass, a little redemption from 2 years earlier where they lost in this very field to the Kindred-Richland Vikings, 6-1. So now these teams have played 6 times in a state championship, with 3 of them being won by the Vikings, and now 3 of them being won by the Squirrels on top of that. Again, your final today here in Jamestown, 10-2. Central Cass picks up the win over the Kindred-Richland Vikings on your LiveBet.com. We'll take a quick break and put a bow on our coverage when we return.
Home Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here on our post-game show, taking a look at some of the final particulars here in this contest. As for the 7th-place game, goes to Glenburn earlier today with a 13-11 win over to Pembina County North. The Consolation Championship went to Thompson 8-3 in their win over Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. 3rd place, as that one went to Beulah in their 6-0 win over Velva Drake Animus. And the championship here in 7 innings, a 10-2 win for the Central Cass Squirrels. 9 runs across in the 4th inning is the difference maker here in this softball game. That again is your final scores, and still to come, scheduled for a 7 o'clock first pitch, but with the weather that we have right now, they're probably going to be in a delay. No lightning, but the rain is still coming down a little bit here right now in Jamestown as it stands. So Central Cass Squirrels and the Kindred Vikings here play the final game of softball. They will join Williston, who defeated Dickinson in the State A Championship. Fargo South won the State Baseball Championship over West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Minot. And now there's a matter of what is going to happen for baseball. Probably a little bit delayed just with the rain and what they have to do with the infield over at Jack Brown Stadium, as the rain is starting to lighten up a little bit here in Jamestown. This is the state softball tournament coverage here on YourLiveEvent.com. The fans are out onto the field. Some hand hugs and fist pumps and handshakes all across the way as the Squirrels are your state champs here in North Dakota in 2026. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast here today. We'll take a quick break. We'll try to see if we can chase down a player or two before we sign off as we continue with more here in Jamestown on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Life moves fast, but your mind doesn't always have to. Practicing mindfulness, even for a minute, can help you stay calm and focused. Try noticing your breathing, paying attention to your surroundings, or taking a moment to reset before a test or a practice. Set goals that matter to you, celebrate small wins, and don't forget to take a break from screens. Your brain needs downtime just as much as your body does. Mental health isn't one big choice. It's a bunch of small ones you can make every day, and you're capable of all of them. Go Tommies!
Hi, Sonia from the Lighting Gallery and Decor. We're so much more than just lighting.
Step into a space where your home starts to come together. From custom furniture and curated decor to a personalized design guidance, we help you create a space that feels warm, layered, and uniquely yours. Whether you're starting fresh or finishing the details, we're here to bring your vision to life.
I invite you to stop in. I think you'll be wowed.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
As we come back here on our post-game show, some of our player interviews. I'm underneath the umbrella while Raya is not. She's braving the elements here in this state championship as they win it by 8 over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. 9 runs in the 4th inning where all 9 batters scored a run for the Squirrels in that 4th inning, top to bottom. For you and this team, just what does it mean, first things first, to win a state championship here this season and go back-to-back?
Yeah, it feels amazing. Playing with all these girls the last couple years, we're meant to be together. We play together. It isn't on. You can't even describe the feeling. It's amazing.
Just go through the last couple outs. You're playing through rain like you would as a little kid in your backyard, right? Before your parents tell you to come in and play some softball or play some games. What was it like just seeing that final out? Just take us through what was kind of going through your mind.
Yeah, I knew Whitney had it in the circle. Everybody had her defense around her, and we did it.
Able to win 3 games here at state. What allowed this team every game to score 10 or more runs and win a state championship?
We were all confident in each other. Every person on the team played a huge part, so we all just put it together.
Ms. Zimmerman, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go celebrate.
Thank you.
We'll continue to pass off the headsets here as we'll hear from the seniors of the Central Cass Squirrels as they will win the 8th championship in program history, and they go back-to-back yet again. As now join us as the lights came on yesterday at this time with Kiera Gunnison going to pop on the headsets here. Kiera, I guess, what was working for the team, do you think, in the situation there in the 4th inning where you're able to get a couple runners on board with Bussy? Zimmerman, gets that double. Halverson puts the ball in play on an air. Maddie hits that 2 RBI double to give your team a 2-1 lead at the time. What was just working for you guys in the 4th?
Our energy and our chemistry. I mean, we are all best friends on this team. There's not a single person that feels left out. Everyone has a best friend on this team, and I feel like our chemistry just made everything click together.
There was a couple of plays that as a center fielder with the wind that was tailing away from you. You made a basket catch once or twice. How difficult were the elements here today to start with the wind, but then at the end playing through the rain a little bit?
I mean, it was difficult, but my team believed in me, so you got to believe in yourself and just do what you do best,
How much fun is it to win this particular championship and go back-to-back?
It's particularly fun because I'm a senior, and it is very sad letting this team go because of how close we are, but it just means the world to me, and it's, like Raya said, a feeling you can never replace.
As you move forward here, I know it's very brief, but what are you going to remember most about this season?
My teammates. That is probably going to be the hardest goodbye. My coaches, they have put they have believed us through everything. I mean, I'm going to miss my coaches, my teammates, most of all.
All right, final thing. What are you going to do tonight to celebrate?
Eat some food.
Spoken like a true high school kid.
Yeah.
Kiera, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go celebrate.
Thank you.
We'll pass the headsets off as we continue to go. Here is the Central Cass Squirrels again. Your champs in 2026 as we'll go through the senior class. Now, Cora Sander will join us. Corey, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
All right. Just take us through what does this championship mean for you in the program here in 2026?
It's just one of the most amazing experiences ever, and I'm just so proud of my teammates and just all we've been through together. It really just shows how close we all are.
This particular team able to find a way to win 3 games here at a state tournament. Just what allowed this team to persevere through some of the adversity against Pembina County North, through Beulah, and even being down, against the Vikings here after the 2nd inning? What allowed this team to come back and find a way to get a couple of wins?
Yeah, just making sure that we keep all of our energy up and keeping our spirits high, and just never losing hope in each other, and just, yeah.
For you, Cora, what are you going to remember most about this season?
I'm going to remember all of my teammates and our coaches and just all the encouragement constantly, and just the team's amazing.
As you move forward, what's the summer plans moving forward?
Just lots of traveling.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of fun. Cora, congratulations on the wing, and congratulations on being a state champ.
Yes, thank you.
Again, join us, Cora Sander, with us here. She'll pass on the headsets as we continue to make our way through. Brady Bussey will be joining us as well here on YourLiveEvent.com. Brady, pretty sweet, obviously, to be a state champ your senior year. Just what does this one mean to you in the program here?
I think it means a lot. I mean, I got my senior best friends out there on the field with me and all the underclassmen too. It's a sentimental moment. I will never forget this moment.
You're playing through the rain. You knew it's going to be tough to kind of hold on to that softball a little bit here and there, but Sure White makes a play, throws it across to you. You're able to catch the final out. Just take us through that moment when the ball is in your hands and you know that the ball game's over and you're state champ.
Yep, I knew as that ball was hit, I knew Sophie was making that play. She's a phenomenal shortstop. Got one more year out here with softball with her, and she's going to kill it. But when she threw that, I knew my job was just to squeeze my glove, catch it, so I can go celebrate with my teammates.
Something about the weather, playing through the elements this season, I think might be a theme for softball here this year. You had to go through heat. You had to go through a late-night game yesterday through the twilight and through the rain. So what are you going to remember most, albeit still very soon here, Brady, but what are you going to remember most this weekend, do you think, in Jamestown?
This weekend, I'm just going to remember all the love we have for each other and the winning at the end there. That's all we look forward to. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we all say the best day is the state championship day, and winning it is just the best moment ever.
To have Scott Koss Coach of the Year, what is that just going to mean for you in this program?
He's not just a coach to any of us. He's like a father for all of us. He's the best one out there. Like, you have no other coach like him. He's awesome. He's the best moments ever is just to see him winning that Coach of the Year. He does it easily, but every time you hear him, it's not me, it's because of you girls that I get this award. When we tell him, no, he's the best coach out here, and there's no one other like him.
Hey, Brady, congratulations on the win. Have fun this summer. Best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
Brady Bussey joined us here. She'll hand the headsets off to the birthday girl, Aspen Preen. Not a bad birthday present here, Aspen, a state championship, right?
No, pretty good, I'd say.
Take us through that particular fourth inning where you batted around. About 14 girls came to the plate, all 9 runners able to score in that particular inning. Just what was working for you, just seeing the teammates in front of you find a way to get on board, and then we'll talk about the homer in a minute, but what do you think just worked top to bottom for that lineup?
Yeah, that was just the snowball effect right there. We just got it going, and we were hitting the ball, it's just they weren't falling, and we knew we needed to have a breakout inning, and that's what that was. And we talked about that earlier. We might come out cold, but we would start getting hot soon, and that's what happened right there. And I'm so proud of these girls to come back, especially after last night, which was a lot of fun. It was just so fun to see that inning roll out, and I don't know, it was just fun.
Able to win this particular state championship for this team. We'll talk about the home run here right now, though. When it left your bat, did you think you had enough when it was kind of going out to right with the wind as well? Here, Aspen, with that 3-run homer.
Not really. I was just kind of hoping for the best, and I honestly didn't know what happened. She had a good read on that, and I thought she had it, but the fans back behind the fence kind of let me know it was over, so I really appreciated that. I didn't really know how to keep running or stop. It was just a lot of fun, yeah. It's fun to get fired up with this team.
Able to win a state championship, go back-to-back, what does that mean for you?
It's awesome. I'm so proud of these girls. To come from having no seniors, now we have 6 amazing seniors. It's so fun. We're so gritty, and we just love this game so much, and they make it so fun. We show up to practice every day, and it's just so fun. All the memories, the core memories will carry forever.
Let's talk about the memories. Raining in the last out. What's kind of going through your mind when you see it go into Bussey's glove?
I thought it was pretty cinematic. It was just awesome. I knew Sophie, our shortstop, she was going to make that play. She's had an awesome tournament. I'm so proud of her. She's going to do amazing things in the future. And it was so fun seeing Brady catch that ball, and we all just screaming and cheering, and all the fans, of course, on their feet. It was just awesome to see.
Last thing, what's the plan tonight for the birthday? Obviously, you got one good present here, so what's moving forward?
Yeah, getting some rest and taking this jersey off, yes. Just celebrating with my teammates and just remembering this night forever.
Hey, Aspen, congratulations on being a state champ.
Thank you.
Aspen Preen joining us here on the post-game show. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll continue with more after this here and hear from another couple of Central Cast squirrels on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
As Aspen hands the headsets off here to Olivia Haugen, join us here, part of the senior class again for the Central Cass Squirrels. Olivia, to win this state championship your senior year and be part of this program, just kind of what does it mean for you?
It means a lot. A couple of years ago, I was actually playing then, and we ended up losing to Kindred in the championship game, and that was just heartbreaking. So it's great to be back my senior year and being able to cheer on my teammates and win it.
Yeah, it's kind of a reverse, right, of 2 years ago here in James. So what do you think allowed this team to find a way, this season to kind of go through the hills and play a really difficult schedule there in May with a lot of Class A teams to find a way to, gut one out here in the state championship?
Yeah, I think just all the hard work we all put in the season and playing those hard teams really helped us be mentally tough for these harder games when it really just comes down to every play and every at-bat. So I think just all the hard work we did really helped.
Olivia, every year the senior class is always unique in its own right. But what's a trait do you think that really best embodies this year's senior class here for Central Cass softball?
Yeah, I think we're all really just best friends. The younger classmen, we're best friends with them. We just get along so well, and we're just all a big family. So it really helps when we all support each other through every moment.
How much fun was it to still have the rain shower there? Finishing those last couple outs while you're in the dugout, seeing your teammates and yourself celebrate. Just take us through that last out and kind of what's going through your mind when you see it going to Brady's glove.
It was just so much fun. I'm just so proud of my teammates, and we were all just screaming. I'm probably not going to have a voice tomorrow, and I don't think any of us will. It was just so much fun and such a good moment. I'll remember it forever.
As you move forward, how are you going to celebrate it this weekend now going forward?
Eat some food tonight and just take the last few moments with my team that we have.
Hey, Olivia, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward here as you enjoy the summer.
Thank you.
Olivia Haugen with us here on our post-game show, as that does it for our broadcast here today on YourLiveEvent.com, as this one just continues to make its way through. The Central Cass Squirrels are your champs, 10-2 over the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Thank you so much for tuning into our broadcast, and join us for more high school sports coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Ansello eventually will have the call of the state baseball championship, and then from there we'll get to our coverage a little bit later on as well for that game with Kindred and Park River area for the state baseball championship. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. Tip of the cap to Sam Brandt and the Kindred-Richland Vikings finishing second place, and a tip of the cap as well to Scott Koss and the Central Cass Squirrels winning their 8th state championship in program history. That does it for our broadcast today here in Jamestown.